Hi, my name is Carrie Jackson, and I am a senior Primavera consultant and trainer with Global PM. Welcome to our part 3 of our 5-part series about transitioning from Primavera P6 to Oracle Primavera Cloud, or OPC. I have about 13 years of experience using Primavera P6, specifically in implementing Primavera P6 and providing training in Primavera P6. And I'm also certified as an OPC Solutions Engineering Specialist. So I've spent 2 or 3 years now working in OPC, and I'm hoping that these videos are able to provide some insight to our long-term P6 users as they make that transition from OPC to P6, or if you are trying to decide whether OPC is the right application for you. I'm hoping that these also will help those users in making that decision if OPC is right for their organization. So last time we talked about resources and how each application handles resources and maintains that resource dictionary a little bit differently. So if you missed that, after this video, go head back to our channel and take a look at the resource, maintaining the resource dictionary in P6 versus OPC. So today we're going to wrap up our conversation about resources and see how OPC does resource analysis a little bit differently than P6. So in P6 Professional, our main tool for doing resource analysis is called our resource usage profile. That's where we're going to see the histogram for our resources assigned to our projects. So in P6, we have the option to use that resource usage profile or histogram to see just the currently opened projects allocations, so the resources that are assigned to that currently open project and their allocations within that single project. Or I could use that histogram to see those allocations across all project data. But in addition to that, because I can so quickly and easily open multiple projects in P6, I can select a group of projects, a single project, 5 projects, 10 projects, however many projects I need to open, and I can open those projects really quickly and use that resource usage profile or histogram to see my allocations there as well. That tool is really easy for me then to drill down deeper to see just the activities that are assigned to that resource in my activity table, and even a little further in to see just those activities assigned to a current resource in a certain time frame. So it's really good in helping me find those over allocations to resolve the problems that I have. And also, in addition to that, in P6, I can see that same resource data in other areas. So I have a spreadsheet view of that same data, and then I have a resource assignments window where I'm able to see those same spread of kind of resource usage across the time scale like I do in that resource spreadsheet. So I have a number of places where I can see that data. The main difference in P6 and OPC, or the main thing in P6 really to be familiar with, is that P6 is going to allow me to do those resource allocation analysis across a single project, whatever projects I'm opened in, or all project data. Now in OPC, it's a little bit different. And just like all the other things we've talked about, it really has the basis in that workspace structure. So because of how OPC manages my data at the workspace level, rather than at a global level versus global or project specific like P6, we have that workspace structure versus project specific in OPC. That also affects our resource analysis capabilities as well. So in OPC, I'll do my resource analysis within a single project, just as I would in P6. I can open up that project in my same activities page, and I can see that resource allocations using a very similar feel of that resource usage profile. I have those same capabilities to drill deeper to see just the activities that are assigned to that individual resource, or even farther to a certain time period, just like I can in P6. Now, the main difference there is that I don't have the ability to quickly toggle on and off to see open projects versus all project allocation, mostly because I don't have that basis of the global data that I do in P6. And I also have to take those workspace level analysis to a different window. So unlike P6, where I can just quickly open up multiple projects or toggle to see all project data, to see anything greater than that open project at a higher level, I'm going to need to go to a different part of the application. So I have workspace level abilities within OPC where I can see still histograms and still spreadsheets of my resource areas, resource analysis areas, but it's just in a different place. So overall, the capabilities of P6 are still, they still persist in OPC, but they may be found, in other places, be a slightly different feel than what we have in P6. So I want to focus on OPC and go into the application and take a little closer look at those resource analysis capabilities. So here in OPC, I'm going to start at the workspace level. In this workspace, I have 3 projects. All 3 of these projects are resource loaded. They're sharing the same resource list that we looked at last time. I'm going to come up to my main menu and I'm going to take a look at my resource analysis page. In this page, I'll be able to see resource histograms at the workspace level for my resources that are shared among the projects within that workspace. So here I can scroll down to find the resources within my workspace, and then I'll see my resource associated with each project. Here I can click to see which activities that resource is assigned to within that project. When I click on a new resource assignment, it's going to change that histogram to reflect the new resource that I'm selected on. Then I can see a resource spreadsheet to the right of a breakdown of those resources, max availability, under or over allocation, and planned allocation. Next, I'm going to go to another area where I can see my resource assignments across the workspace and all the projects within that workspace, which is my assignment list. So here in my assignment list page, I can see my resources at the workspace level a little differently. I can have customizable views in this assignment list area where here I'm grouped by my resource, and then I can see the activities that that resource is assigned to across the workspace and all the projects within this workspace. Again, I can click to see a list of those assignment details, and I can see the breakdown across the time scale of whatever fields I want to see in this spreadsheet. Now I want to drill down deeper to the project level, so I'm going to navigate to a project. So at the project level, I'm going to have this same assignment list, which the view is going to be reusable between the workspace and the project. So I can quickly drill down deeper into an individual project and see that same data the same way as soon as I open that project from the object selector. From here, I want to go to our familiar area of analyzing our resources in the activities page. I do have an activity resource usage profile just like I do in P6. So here this profile, this histogram is going to be opened from my layout dropdown. Within my layout dropdown, I can choose to view project usage where I can then do my resource usage. So when I'm selected on a resource, it's going to generate a histogram for that resource, just like it would in P6. It's a little more descriptive of a histogram where it gives me those details directly on the bars, and then as I hover over it, it's a little bit more interactive than what we saw in P6. I can quickly toggle to see different resources and scroll to see those resource histograms as well. Just like in P6, I have the ability to show activities that match a certain time period or resource. So when I click to show that particular resource's activities, I can see just the activities assigned to that resource in the activity table, and it actually automatically draws me to those activities in the Gantt chart. I can quickly change this to a spreadsheet view to see the same data, but with a breakdown of my spreadsheet hours instead. And then my third option here is to have this be a stacked histogram. So I can check off very quickly my additional resources to produce a stacked histogram right here in my resource usage area. The last place I want to visit is the project-specific analysis page. So just like I have that analysis page at the workspace level, I have it at the project level as well. So within this individual page, I still have another histogram area where I can come to review these resource histograms as well. And then from this window, again, I can click to see the activity details and quickly find the activities that that resource is assigned to within that project. So as you can see, the resource analysis capabilities that we had in P6 really are there in OPC. We just need to get used to how we're going to do those same sort of resource functions a little bit differently in this application.